Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma la sahla illa ma ja'altahu sahlan wa anta taj'alul huzna idha shi'ta sahlan. Before we start the class, we ask Allah Ta'ala to help us. We are doing February, March 2022, 058022. First of all, it says measure the marked angle. Alright, in order to solve questions like these, you have to use a protector. Alright, once you use a protector, you have to place this point 0 over here. Alright, and this whole line, this whole angle, you have to find this. So if you look at the line, where is this angle coming at? It is coming at 40 degrees. So this whole angle is basically 40 degrees. Any confusion?
No, sir.
Alright, moving on to our second question. It says work out under root 5 multiplied by 6 squared. You just open the calculator like this and just write under root 5, then give a gap, multiply by 6 square. So you get, press SD, you get an answer of 80.49, 80.49, which you can write it as 80.5. Moving on to the third question, it says a journey starts at 21:15 one day and ends at 4:33 the next day. Whenever you have questions like these, students tend to get confused in minutes while solving this question in minutes. So first of all, break down the minutes. So you first calculate from 21:15 all the way till 22. You will get 45 minutes. Then you calculate from 22 all the way till 4. So that's 23, 24, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's like 6 hours. And then from 4:00 all the way till 4:33. So that's like 33 minutes. Now add the minutes together. 45 plus 33. That's like 78. Now we will convert this. We will take 1 hour from these 78 minutes. So 1 hour has 60 minutes. So you subtract 60, you get 18 minutes. And this 60 becomes 1 hour. So you add this 1 hour to 6 hours. So your total hours are now 7 and your minutes are 18. Any confusion?
No, sir.
Alright. In order to find the total surface area of this cuboid, length into width into height. The formula is 2 multiplied by length multiplied by width plus length multiplied by height plus width multiplied by height. So 2, 7 multiplied by 4 plus length into height, 4 multiplied by 5 plus क्या कहते हैं for width into height, 4 multiplied by, sorry I did length multiplied by height है ना, so it's 7 multiplied by 5, my bad, length is 7, 7 multiplied by 5 plus 4 multiplied by 5. ठीक है, so this becomes 2, 7 4 is 28 plus 35, 7 5 is 35 plus 4 5 is 20. You add all of these numbers up. Let's add them up. Let me add over here. 28 plus 35 plus 20, that's 83. And you multiply 83 with 2, that's 166. Any confusion? Yes, any confusion, Adil?
No, sir.
Moving on to our next question, it says write down the gradient of the line y is equals to 5x plus 7. देखो, the equation of a line is very simple. Y is equals to mx plus c. Whatever number you have with x is your gradient. So in this question it says y is equals to 5x plus 7. So with x you can see 5. So it means that the gradient is 5. Now part B, it says find the coordinates of the point where line y is equals to 5x plus 7 crosses the y-axis. Any point that crosses the y-axis, the coordinates are 0, y. Reason being, if I make a graph like this, this is the y-axis. All points of the x are 0. X is basically 0 on the y-axis. So you just write y is equals to 5x plus 7. Then you plug in the coordinates. We want to find the value of y, and we already know the value of x, which is 0. So y is equals to 0 plus 7. Y is equals to 7. So the answer is 0, 7. Moving on to our next question. In question 6, using a ruler and compass, only construct the triangle. Leave in your construction area arcs. The side of the length 12 centimeter has been drawn. So basically you have to draw this diagram in real size. So one of the sides is 8 centimeter and the other is 9.5. Okay? So what will you will be using? You will be using a compass. First open the compass into 8 centimeter. How can you use that in your paper? You can use a क्या कहते हैं scale. So I have this tool. I just open it up 8 centimeters and then I keep it or place it over here, and then I draw a line of 8 centimeter. ठीक है? I just draw it like this. Then it says 9.5. From the other side you have to open how many centimeters? 9.5. So let me open this 9.5. 9.5. Yeah. So I will just place it over here, right over here, and then 9.5. Where the two arcs meet, wherever the two arcs meet, that is your point basically. Alright, wherever the two arcs meet, that is your point. So this is our point. This dot is our point basically. Okay. So let me erase the other parts. So by mistake I erased it all, but no problem, you guys get it. So now you will use a scale and then you will join these 2 points. I'm not using a scale, but you will. So this side is 8 centimeter and this side is 9.5, and you have drawn a real size diagram or figure. Any confusion? Moving on to our next question, it says write down the inequality in terms of n shown by the numbers. देखो, this unshaded circle basically means that -1 is not included. ठीक है? -1 is not included. If it was shaded, so we would have included it. So that means n is greater than -1. So इसका मतलब n आगे जा रहा है. If it was a shaded dot like this, we would have said n is greater than equal to -1. But since it's not, we are not using this equation. We are just saying n is greater than -1, which means n can be 0, n can be 1, n can be any other number. Acha, moving on to transformation, it says basically on the triangle A after a reflection in the y-axis. Okay, you have to draw reflection in y-axis. Simple सी बात है. We will make a line on the y-axis like this, and we have to reflect it. Now how will we reflect it? From this line, how much is the distance of this point? 1. So we will go 1 backwards. From the y-axis, how much difference? 1, 2, 3. We will go 3 points backwards. 1, 2, 3. And how much difference of this point? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will go 1, 2, 3, 4. Hence we have constructed a reflection of the diagram A, or the triangle A. And of course you guys using a scale will draw this diagram like this. Moving on to the next question, it says triangle A after a translation by vector -3, -4. This is the most easiest question ever. First of all, just write it down like this: -3, -4. -3 is basically changes in the x-axis. It means horizontal change because x-axis is horizontal, and -4 is basically change in the y-axis, vertical. Okay, so we will translate. Translate is basically moving each coordinate. So this coordinate, it will go 3 places back. Let me use a different color. Let's use blue. It will go 3 places back, and let's not erase it. 3 places back. 1, 2, 3, and 4 places down because change in y is -4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now come on to this point. Let's go 3 places back. 1, 2, 3, and 4 places down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for this one. 3 places back. 1, 2, 3, and 4 places down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So hence you have constructed a translation of A. Moving on to the third one, it says describe fully the single transformation that maps A onto B. Now if you look at it, it's not rotation, it's not reflection, so it has to be enlargement. Okay, how we know? Simply we just join the points together. For example, we join this one, then we join the similar points together. We join this point, and then we join this one. We join all the 3 points. Now if you look at the question, all the 3 points are intersecting at the same coordinate, which is 9 comma, let me use a different color, which is 9 comma minus 1. So 9 comma minus 1. Secondly, this is enlargement. You have, this question is worth 3 marks, so you have to tell 3 points. We have told the center of enlargement, and we have told its enlargement. Thirdly, the scale factor. So look, if this line is 1, 2, 3, the base is 1.5. So it means that the enlargement is half. Scale factor is half. So scale factor is basically 1/2. So we will write over here, describes fully the single transformation. We will say enlargement. Then we will say scale factor. Scale factor is 1/2, and then we will say center of enlargement, which was 9 comma minus 1. Okay. Moving on to the next question, it says factorize completely. You guys just have to take out the common. 12 and 21 both come in the table of 3, so you guys take out 3 as common. Both have a common as well, so we just take 1a as common because 21 only has 1a. We cannot take a square or a cube as common because 21 only has 1a, just a. So this becomes 12 divided by 3, that's 4. 4a squared minus 21 divided by 3, that's 7, and hence you have factorized. Moving on to question number 10, it says the nth term of a sequence is n squared plus 7. Find the first 3 terms. Basically just take first 3 terms means 1, 2, 3. The value of n is 1, then the value of n is 2, then the value of n is 3. So you will just plug in these numbers. Okay? And n is basically the number of term. So I will just write 1 squared plus 7, that's 1 plus 7. 1 plus 7 is 8. First term is 8. Then I will just do 2 squared plus 7. 2 squared plus 2 squared is 4. 4 plus 7 is 11. Second term is 11. Then I will do 3 squared plus 7. 3 squared is basically 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. So the third term is 16, and that's how you solve it. Moving on to part B, it says find the nth term of this sequence. Okay? Nth term of this sequence basically means you have to find the equation first. Whenever you have to find the equation, check the difference between the terms. 15 and 7, the difference is of how much? The difference is of minus 8. Then 7 and minus 1, the difference is of how much? Minus 8 once again. And minus 9, minus 1, minus 9, the difference is of minus 8 once again. Since when the difference is same throughout, it means it's AP, arithmetic progression. The formula for arithmetic progression is A plus bracket n minus 1 multiplied by d. A basically refers to first term. N is basically the number of term, nth term. D is the difference between the terms. Look, if D is different, if the difference is coming out different, for example minus 8, minus 5, minus 1, you cannot use this formula. So in place of A, I will write 15 because 15 is the first term plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. D is basically minus 8. So this basically becomes 15 plus n multiplied by minus 8 is minus 8n. Minus 1 multiplied by minus 8 is basically plus 8. Okay, minus minus is plus. So this becomes 15 plus 8 minus 8n, and this becomes 15 plus 8 is 23. 23 minus 8n, and that's how you find the nth term of the sequence. Moving on to question number 11, it says as the temperature increases, people eat more ice cream. What type of correlation this statement describes? Look, when one thing increases and the other also increases, it's positively correlated, positive correlation. For example, when there is more heat, temperature is increasing, more people are eating ice cream, both are increasing, positive correlation. Moving on to the next question, it says Sanjay invests $700 in an account paying simple interest at a rate of 2.5% per year. Calculate the value of his investment at the end of 6 years. ठीक है? This is simple interest. The formula for simple interest is I is equals to PRT upon 100. I basically refers to the interest you earn. P is equals to principal amount. Principal. R is equals to, and R is rate. R is rate of interest basically. Of interest, and T is time. So it says Sanjay is with 700, so I is equals to, instead in place of P I will write 700 multiply by rate is 2.5, and it says calculate the value of his investment at the end of 6 years. It means time is 6 upon 100. So once you will calculate it, this will become out to be 105. Now the question says calculate the value of his investment. The question is not asking to find the interest he has earned. So in his account he had put 700, he got an interest of 105. So the value of his investment now is 805. So that's how you solve this question. Now it says Meera invests 700 in an account paying compound interest at the rate of R% per year. At the end of 17 years, the value for investment is 1030.35. Find the value of R. Now we have to find the value of R. This is compound interest. The formula for compound interest is A is equals to P multiplied by 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power n is the number of years. Okay? So basically amount we already know. The total amount we already know, it's 1030.35. Principal is $700, and then 1 plus rate we don't know upon 100 raised to power 17. It's 17 years. This question involves calculations, so students tend to get confused with calculations. So 1030.35 would be divided by 700 is equals to 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power 17. Now in order to remove this 17, we will underroot both of these sides by 17. Okay? And once we do, this will be cancelled out, and let me calculate it over here. So I have calculated it. So this answer turns out to be 1.023. 1.023 is equals to, since we removed the 17, 1 plus R upon 100. This one will go over there and it will be subtracted. 1.023 minus 1 is equals to R upon 100, which turns out to be 0.023, and then 100 will be multiplied with 100, which turns out to be 2.3%. So that means the value of R is equals to 2.3%. Okay. Moving on to question 13, this is indices, or some may call it indices. Whenever you have multiply sign, you add the powers. H2 multiplied by H5 basically means H2 plus 5, which is H7. Whenever you have power in negative, you reciprocate. So this means x will come up, 7 will go down, raised to power cube. The negative sign will be removed once we reciprocate it. X cube upon 7 cube. This means x cube upon 343. Moving on to part C. Just forget, since the numbers are bases are same, just remove the bases. 8 minus, divide means minus, 8 minus p is equals to 2. So minus p is equals to 2 minus 8, minus p is equals to minus 6, minus minus cancelled out, p is equals to 6. Question 14. Calculate the circumference of a circle with radius 4.7. The formula for circumference is 2 pi r. You just do 2 multiplied by 22 upon 7 multiplied by 4.7. The answer turns out to be 29.5. Moving on to question 15, it says without using a calculator work out this. So 2 whole 1 upon 3 multiplied by 11 upon 14. 3 will be multiplied with 2. 3 2s are 6, and then it will be added with 1, which is 7. So this is multiplied, this is add. 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 upon 3 multiplied by 11 upon 14. Just make your life easy. 7 1s are 7, 7 2s are is 14. So 1 multiplied by 11 is 11, and 3 2s are is 6. Alright, so that's how you get your answer.
Okay.
And since the question says give the answer in mixed number, this is improper fraction since the numerator is bigger. Just do it like this. 6 1s are is 6, 6 2s are is 12. Now in the table of 6 we don't have the number 11. Which is the number which is closest and lower than 11? It's 6. So you will write 1 whole because you multiplied 6 with 1. 1 whole, 11 minus 6 is 5. 1 whole, 5 upon 6. That's how you get your answer in mixed number. Moving on to the next question, it says A is the point minus 6 comma 5 and B is the point minus 2 comma 3, minus 2 comma minus 3. Find the equation of the line. ठीक है. Alright, first of all, you guys need to draw the line. ठीक है. Make sure that the line is as accurate as possible. So I have drawn the line. Let me give it another shot though. ठीक है. Now it says find the equations. First of all, the first step is write down the coordinates. So this is minus 6 comma 5. The coordinate of A is minus 6 comma 5. The value of x is minus 6. The value of y is 5. And the coordinate of B is 0 comma minus 7. B is 0 comma minus 7. The first step is to find the gradient. Gradient is equals to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So just consider this as x1, consider this as y1, consider this as x2, consider this as y2. y2 is minus 7, minus y1 is 5, upon x2 is 0, minus x1 is minus 6. So this basically turns out to be minus 5, minus 7 minus 5 is minus 12, upon minus is plus 6. So the gradient is minus 2. Second step, once you have found the gradient, second step is plugging it into the equation. Step 2, write down the equation y is equals to mx plus c. You can choose any points. Either you can choose point A or point B. Point B looks a bit easier to me, so I'll go with that. Use the coordinate 0 comma minus 7. So in place of y, I will now write the value of minus 7 because y is minus 7. In place of m, I will write minus 2. In place of x, I will write 0 and plus c. So that means minus 7. Any number multiplied by 0 is 0. So minus 7 is equals to c. So the value of c is minus 7. So what is the equation that we have over here? Y is equals to, let me just remove this. Y is equals to minus 2x minus 7, and that's your equation. Moving on, the second question, it says find the equation of the line that is perpendicular to line L and passes through origin. First of all, you need to clear two things. How to find the gradient of a perpendicular line? The gradient of the previous line was m is equals to minus 2. In order to find the gradient of the perpendicular line, you will use this formula. m1 multiplied by m2 is equals to minus 1. m1 multiplied by minus 2 is equals to minus 1. m1 is equals to minus 1 upon minus 2. Minus gets cancelled out. M is equals to 1 upon 2. So the gradient of the perpendicular line, is 1 upon 2. Second thing, it says passes through the origin. Anything which passes through the origin has coordinate 0, 0. So you will write y is equals to mx plus c. Y की वैल्यू आप डालोगे 0 is equals to m की वैल्यू आप डालोगे half x plus c, and x की जगह भी आप डालोगे 0. So you don't even need to do this. I am just doing it so that you understand where are the values coming from. So see, the value of c is also 0. So you don't even need to do this step. It's just for understanding. So in simple words, the equation of the perpendicular line is y is equals to half x. If I write y is equals to half x plus 0, it means the same thing. So I'm just writing y is equals to half x. Moving on to the next question, it says the diagram shows a rectangle OPQR with length 11 and width 4. Okay. OQ is a diagonal and OPX is a sector of circle centered O. Calculate the percentage of the rectangle that is shaded. ठीक है. Basically, we want to find the percentage of the part that is shaded. First of all, we will find the area of the whole rectangle. Area of the whole rectangle is 11 multiplied by 4, which means 44. Now we will find the sector, area of sector. If this side is 4, this side would also be 4, which means that the radius is 4. So how to find the area of sector? The area of sector is basically, area of sector is x upon 360 pi r square. Now that's where we get stuck. We don't know the value of x. X is basically this point, theta. Okay, we don't know the value of x. So no worries. Just construct this triangle separately like this. We know the base, which is 11. We know the height, which is 4, and this is theta. So this is opposite. This side is hypotenuse because 90 degree, and this side is adjacent. We already have opposite and adjacent, and we can easily find the angle. So that means tan x is equals to opposite, which is 11, upon adjacent, which is 4. X is equals to tan inverse 11 upon 4. The answer turns out to be 70.016. Let's just use this 70.016. ठीक है. Now we can easily find the area of the sector as well. 70.016 upon 360 multiplied by 22 upon 7, the value of pi, multiplied by r square. The value of r is 4 square. So the answer turns out to be 9.78. So 9.78. What was the area of the whole figure? The area of the whole figure was 44, the rectangle basically. So we will do 44 minus 9.78. Let's do that. This turns out to be 34.22. Now most students will just write down 34.22. That is wrong. The question says, read the question, calculate the percentage of the rectangle that is shaded. That is shaded. So we just found out that 34.22 is the area that is shaded. So now the next step in the final one is 34.22 upon 44 multiplied by 100. The answer turns out to be 77.772, and we will write it as 77.8%. Moving on to the next question. These questions I like the most. It says Mrs. Kohli buys a jacket, 2 shirts and a hat. Okay? Just students tend to get confused in this question. There is no need to get confused. Just write down J for jacket plus 2S, S for shirts, plus a hat, whatever it is. The jacket cost X dollars. We say okay, no problem. The shirt each cost 24 less than the jacket. That means since these are 2 shirts, 2 multiplied by X minus 24. So for example, if I said that the value of jacket is 100, and I said that the shirt costs 30 less, what will you do? 100 minus 30, and you will get the value of the shirt. In this case, the value of the jacket is X. So I did X minus 24. And the hat cost 16 less than the jacket. So that means plus, what is the value of the jacket? X. And it is costing 16 less, so minus 16. And all of this is equals to 100 because Mrs. Kohli spent $100. So all of this is equals to 100. So X plus, just expanded, 2X minus 2 multiplied by 24 is 48 plus X minus 16 is equals to 100. Just write all the x's together. X plus 2x plus x is 4x, and minus 48 minus 16 is, it's minus 64 is equals to 100. Okay. Now this becomes 4x is equals to 100 plus 64. 4x is equals to 164. Just divide 164 with 4. So 164 divided by 4, that's 41. So write down the equation in terms of x. Solve this equation to find the cost of the jacket. The cost of the jacket is basically $41. Moving on to question 19, it says y is inversely proportional to the square root of x plus 4. Okay, to the square root of x plus 4. This basically means y is equals to k upon, this is square root x plus 4. Now both the values of y and x are given, so we will write 2 is equals to k upon 5 plus 4. 2 is equals to k upon under root 9. Under root 9 is 3. 2 is equals to k upon 3. 3 will go up there and multiply. So this basically becomes 2 3s are 6. The value of k is 6. Now it says find y when x is equals to 77. Simple. Y is equals to 6 upon under root 77 plus 4. Y is equals to 6 upon under root 81. We do not know that the square root of 81 is 9. So y is equals to 6 upon 9, which means y is equals to 2 upon 3. So that's the value of y, and you gain 3 marks. Moving on to the next question, 20. Solve the simultaneous equation. You must show all the working. Acha. Very easy. Just write down both of the equations. Just try to use the elimination method. And in order to eliminate, just eliminate y because both have different signs. So just multiply the first equation with 2. This will become 6x plus 2y is equals to 11, and x square minus 2y is equals to 18. Okay? Acha, this is not 11, this is 22 because 2 multiplied by 11 is 22. Minus 2y plus 2y gets cancelled out. This becomes x square plus 6x is equals to 22 plus 18 is 22 plus 18, 40. So this equation turns out to be x squared plus 6x minus 40 is equals to 0. This has now become breaking of the middle term. Tell me two numbers that when we multiply it is minus 40, and when we add and subtract it is 6. So just write down minus 40 over here. The two numbers are 10 and 4. Plus 10 minus 4. Plus 10 minus 4 is plus 6, and plus 10 multiplied by minus 4 is minus 40. So I will write x squared plus 10x minus 4x minus 40 is equals to 0. Just take out x as common, this will become x plus 10, and just take out minus 4 as common, this will become x plus 10 is equals to 0. Take x plus 10 as common, x plus 10 as common, and take x minus 4 as common. So you will get two values of x. One of them, x plus 10 is equals to 0, x is equals to minus 10. The other being x minus 4 is equals to 0, x is equals to plus 4. Okay? Now we got two values. So x, you can see there are four values. So one of value of x is minus 10, the other value of x is 4. Now we will use both of these values to find the values of y. So just take equation 1, which is 3x plus y is equals to 11. Just make y the subject. Y is equals to 11 minus 3x. Now in place of x, just plug in the numbers. One value of x is minus 10, so I will do y is equals to 11 minus 3, and in place of x I will write minus 10. Y is equals to 11 minus minus is plus 30. Y is equals to 41. So when the value of x is minus 10, y is 41, and I will do the same with the other value of x. 3x plus y is equals to 11. 3x, let me see, y is equals to 11 minus 3x. Once again, y is equals to 11 minus 3, and instead of x I will just write the value of x, which is 4. Y is equals to 11 minus 3 4s is 12. Y is equals to minus 1. So hence you get two values. Moving on to question 21, it says the diagram shows an open rectangular box. ठीक है, AB is 18.6, CG दिया हुआ है. Calculate the angle between the stick and the base. Basically the question is saying you have to calculate this angle, you have to calculate the angle between the stick, which is this, and the base. So now in order to find this angle, first and foremost, you already have, this makes a right angle triangle. If you look at this triangle, this is a triangle like this, ACG. You already have GC, which is 14.5, but you have no other value. But we can find out a value which is AC. How? By using this triangle ABC. If you look at another triangle, this one, this is ABC, this is 18.6, and this is 9. So we will use Pythagoras theorem to find AC. So AC square is equals to 18.6 square plus 9 square. So AC is equals to under root 18.6 square plus 9 square. So that becomes 20 point, let me see, 66. Now since we have the value of AC 20.66, we can easily find this angle. So this is opposite and this is adjacent. So we will use tan. This becomes tan A is equal to opposite 14.5 upon adjacent 20.66. A is equals to tan inverse 14.5 upon 20.66, which is 35.1 degrees, which is your final answer. Now in the next question it says AM is 30 centimeter. Show that GM is equals to 4.8. So basically you have to find this extra length. If you look at this triangle, I'll make it right angle triangle. If you look at it, it's like this, right? The one we just solved, ACG. So then again we will now again use Pythagoras theorem. We will solve for AG. I'll make a small diagram over here as well. ACG. AC is basically 20.66. GC is basically 14.5. Let's find AG. So AG is equals to under root 20.66 square plus, let me calculate it, plus 14.5 square. The answer turns out to be AG is equals to, let me calculate it, 25.24. Now the whole length of AM was how much? AM was 30. So we will subtract 25.24 from 30, and then we will get the respective answer, which is correct to 4.8 centimeter. Moving to our last question, it says the diagram shows the trapezium. O is the origin, okay. OR is equals to A, OP is equals to B. RQ is 3 upon 5 times OP. OP is this side. RQ is basically this, and OP is 3 upon 5. It says find PQ in terms of A and B in its simplest form. So PQ is this, we will start from P, we will go all the way back, so PQ is equals to PO, plus then we will go from O to R plus OR, plus then we will go all the way from R to Q plus RQ. ठीक है, PQ is equals to PO is minus B plus OR is A plus RQ is 3 upon 5 times OP, and the value of OP is B. The value of OP is B. So PQ is equals to minus B plus 3 upon 5B plus A. Some students get confused, how do we solve this question? In place of minus B you just write it as minus 1, because minus B is basically minus 1B. So you will write minus 1 plus 3 upon 5. So you get minus 2 upon 5. So PQ is equals to minus 2 upon 5B plus A. That's your answer. Or you can write it like this: A minus 2 upon 5B. Moving on to part B, when PQ and QR are extended, they intersect at W, find the position of W. So basically when I extend PQ and QR, PQ and PQ and OR are extended. When I extend PQ and OR, this is the point W where they intersect one another. This whole line is OW. So basically this means OW is alpha times OR. It's sometimes, or K times OR. So OR is basically A. So you can write it down like this: OW is equals to K times A. Let's use the value K. So KA. Alright. So OW is basically OP plus let's use the value Y over here. Y times PQ. So basically OP is B plus PQ. Y times PQ. What is the value of PQ? The value of PQ is basically A minus 2 upon 5B, which we already calculated. So basically let me write this over here, the final equations, which is OW is equals to K times A. OW is equals to K times A, and OW also is equals to B plus Y times A minus 2 upon 5 B. ठीक है. Now we will equate both of them with each other. This question basically means that we equate them with each other. K times A is equals to B plus Y times A minus 2 upon 5B, and we just do KA plus OB is equals to B plus YA minus 2 upon 5 YB. Alright, then you solve for it. You try to write it in the same equation, K times A. Basically this is the ratio, plus OB is equals to Y times A plus 1 minus 2 upon 5 Y. We just took out the commons, B. So now you can see we have equated the equations together. These are the Y and K. Basically Y and the K are the ratios. Alright, so K and Y both are ratios. So the value of Y, the alpha, is basically, if you look at A over here, it is 5 upon 2. How did I get 5 upon 2? 1 minus 2 upon 5 Y is equals to 0. Y is equals to 2 upon 5 Y is equals to 1. Y is equals to 5 upon 2. That's how I get the value of 5 upon 2. So hope you guys enjoyed the class, and if you have any other questions, please do mention in the comments below. Allah Hafiz, take care.